Hello everybody, Mr. Play Doctor here. In today's news, E3 have been officially cancelled.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Anyway, before we get into today's news, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment, positive or negative, and ring the notification bell. Anyway, let's get into this Verge article of E3 being cancelled. There'll be no E3 this year. In a tweet, Will Power PR for the gaming peripheral manufacturer Razer said that he received an email stating the digital event was cancelled. IGN initially reported the news saying they had also independently viewed the email confirming E3 cancellation. The video game trade show and marketing event were originally scheduled to be held in person this year. However, in January, E3 was once again shifted from an in-person event to an online exhibition due to the pandemic. Now it seems like the digital event have been cancelled. There have been growing concern about the fate of E3 over the last few years. The COVID-19 pandemic continued to impact in-person gathering, making the prospect of a very large and famously packed event unattainable. Last week, a number of video game industry professionals reported testing positive for COVID-19 after attending the Game Developer Conference in San Francisco. In addition to the pandemic concern, video game publishers have increasingly withdrawn from E3 in favor of hosting their own online event like Nintendo Direct Showcase, EA Play Live, and Sony State of Play. At news E3 cancellation broke, Comet video game hype man Geoff Nielsen smoothly stepped in to announce the Summer Game Festival is confirmed for June of this year. While not having E3 at all bodes ill for the continued health for the show, according to a tweet from Adrian Stuffatorial, the ESA said E3 will return in 2023 in a reinvigorated showcase that celebrates new and exciting video game and industry innovation. E3 2023 is expected to be both an online and in-person event. Look, I think I'm not too upset that E3 2022 got canceled, because let's be honest with you, E3 over the last couple of years has just been going downhill. Like E3 2021 was complete dog shit. Like, they didn't really show nothing last year E3. The only person I believe that had the greatest E3 was Nintendo. I think Nintendo had one like the best E3 out of 2021, because my problem with last year E3 was that they didn't really show nothing. I think the word E3 out of 2021 was the PC game show, because they just show indie games after indie games after indie games. So that's why I think that's why I'm too much not excited for E3 this year, because last year did not impress me at all. And I believe companies I think more and more companies also just gonna pull out of E3, because let's look at the end of the day, E3 is nothing but a one giant advertisement. And why would companies spend thousands of dollars on E3 when they can advertise their game on their own YouTube channel? Like, they can do a Nintendo Direct style E3, cause Nintendo Directs are nothing but basically E3, but without the bullshit. What I mean without the bullshit, I mean without all these Hollywood actors, without the music, without the bands and stuff. It kind of remind me, E3 now just kind of remind me of the Game Award without the awards. I think E3 is just a sign of time. I think E3 just getting a little outdated. Here's why I think they be good for E3. This one of my good idea for E3, and I think how they can turn E3 around in the future. For one thing, they need to allow the people that watching at home to play games like they do on like they do in like in-person events. My idea is that they should allow you to get a code. Like, they should have a code on screen, right? Where you can actually type in, you can play a certain amount of that game for it cut you off. And you can do it for like home and stuff. You don't have to go all the way to E3 just to go try the new game demos and stuff like that, because not a lot of people have a lot of money to go out and try out demos for future games. And not only that, also many people don't have to wait in line. That's another thing too. Like, in E3, you basically waiting in line just to try out a demo that ain't going to last that long. So they should have a thing where they should have a thing where they show you a code like on screen or something, so they give you an incentive to go to the event, to look at the event online. So then you can try the game at your house without having to spend thousands of dollars on a E3 ticket to go to an event. Like that's one of my good ideas. That's why I think they'll make E3 a huge improvement. Allow the people to play the games at home instead of having to go to an event to actually to go use it. And cause let's be honest, so E3 is nothing but a giant advertisement. And yeah, why would company waste their money on E3 when they can advertise from their own video? Cause let's be honest, you really ain't missing nothing with E3 this year. Cause the company's just gonna post all their games, their new games on their YouTube channel. So what's the point of E3? Like, dude, E3 in the past was like a huge event cause they actually show shit. Another thing I hate about E3 too is that everything get leaked. Leakers also run E3 because when you watch E3, you already know it's gonna be there. Like, there's no surprise in E3 no more. You just wait until it get announced. Because leakers already have leaked that, oh, the new Mario game coming out in October 29. And when you actually watch the event, they're right. So yeah, that's another thing about E3. There's just no surprise in E3. And why would a company spend thousands upon thousands of dollars when they can actually just upload to a YouTube channel like Nintendo do? Look what Nintendo does. Nintendo just they just announce their new games on their YouTube channel by Nintendo Direct. So why would a company waste thousands upon thousands of dollars to go to an event when they can actually just upload to a YouTube channel? Anyway, that's my opinion on the whole E3 situation. I ain't too much bummed about it, which it gonna feel weird not having an E3 this year. But at the same time, do we really need an E3 to get information on new games? Nah, I don't think so. So I won't consider losing E3 a huge loss. It's gonna feel weird without it. But I'm just saying, E3 next year really needs to step their game up if they got a chance of survival, because E3 to me is just like it's just a giant advertisement now where companies just going out there to show their games. And last year showcases weren't even that impressive. So yeah, leave a comment, positive or negative. Leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, Mr. Play Doctor out. See you with another video.